Corryn, you're 2-0 at the PointsBet Invitational. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, that was kind of the dream scenario, obviously with a 2-game day, quick turnaround between, but we're super happy with how we played out there, and yeah, we'll take 2-0.
2-0 and, like you said, a 2-game day. Advantage or disadvantage, you get sort of settle into a rhythm?
Yeah, I would say if we played a full 10 ends, it would have been really tight for a turnaround. Like, they're very close games together, but yeah, obviously we were on the ice early, but I would say that sheet was a little bit different than what we saw on sheet E, so somewhat an advantage, but sometimes it's nice to carry that momentum into next game. So yeah, I'm glad we were able to ride that.
Really good team you just took down too. I mean, you guys were playing exemplary curling. What went well out there?
I think we just forced them into some tough shots. I think curling's pretty easy when you're playing the easy ones and they're playing the tough ones. Obviously they came back in the fourth end there, but we were able to bounce back in 5. I think that was kind of the game changer there. You always know they're going to keep pushing. So for us to kind of bounce back and get that lead back, I think was huge for us.
Sorry, go ahead, Tom.
How do you bottle that up and take that into the future? Because obviously this is kind of a preview to what's going to be happening in Halifax, and you're there, so.
Yeah, I think we do some reflection as far as kind of activation levels, how our energy was, communication, that sort of thing, to try to get those little things that we can recreate game after game that don't necessarily have to have, like, that don't involve the shot making, just those little intangible things. So we'll have conversations about that, and hopefully we can continue that on and throughout the season as well.
Does it feel like your year? Does it feel like this is something that you can parlay into something big and huge?
I think we had a really great year with this team last year, and so now to kind of not have to relearn players at the start of this year, I think was huge. And I know we have a ton of potential, so kind of the sky's the limit at this point. So it's just more about harnessing what we have and making the most of it. You
made it clear earlier that winning the trials is the goal this year, right?
Absolutely.
How would, you take a PointsBet Invitational crown along the way? Does that just feel like a second fiddle for your ultimate goal? Or?
I mean, it's just a part of the journey, right? Obviously, I think we would want to be winning every event we play. I think we are really treating this as a test event for the trials. So I think if we do have a lot of success here, hopefully we can recreate that at the trials. So I would never say that no to winning an event by any means.
Last one from me. During the game, every time I looked up, looked like you had rocks in the forefoot in great spots. To what do you credit that result?
Sam Fisher. I think Sam had a really great game. I think she put our rocks in amazing spots, and we were kind of always had them chasing based on that. So I think, we owe that to Sam.
I guess tell me what this win means, and I guess what the weekend means. It's probably a bigger question.
Well, it's probably a format that if the top seeds win, you got to win all your games. Otherwise, you're not making the playoffs. But if there's some upsets, then things will change.
It kind of fits nicely though with this whole idea that it is a pressure year, though, right? To be able to have to come here and actually put together a winning weekend that is formidable.
Yeah, it's still early, but there's not a lot of events from here to November trials. So but if we look at our schedule, it's there's only two in between after this event and the November trials. So yeah, I had a little bit of injury trouble, so I'm still I'm on that path to recovery. So yeah, we're looking to scale things. We're not worried too much about our performance yet this time of year, but as we get closer and closer, we want to see some top level performances out of us. So we're not that far away, but I think I like where we're scaling. We're not as hot a start as last year. We were on the ice earlier, played a lot more events earlier, kind of came out hot. This year is a little bit more of a gradual scene for us.
Injury situation, that's not what you want.
No.
With everything that's happening in front of you. No,
it's not ideal, but it happens. You do throw tens of thousands of rocks. Fortunately, I'm not the youngest anymore, and things can wear out. So I'm not at 100% yet, but a heck of a lot better than I was 3 weeks ago.
Can I ask what it is?
I had meniscus knee surgery in the off season, and just
still that then.
Yeah, just things weren't coming back quite as quick as I'm not healing as quick as I'd like anymore. Things are a lot different at 45 than they're, when I was injured. I've had issues before, but I was in my 30s. Yeah, you don't heal as quick now at this age.
I got 10 years on you. I know what that's
Yeah,
like.
so it doesn't get better, right?
And you opened the door a little bit. These Olympics, chances that don't come along very often, and especially for somebody who's in his 40s. I don't know where the road takes you after this, but
yeah,
this becomes kind of a career thing right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a great team, and that's not necessarily something. I think just the team dynamics and the people around me and the skill is very special. That doesn't come around every cycle. I've had that before, but that was 8 years ago. Jeez, yeah, it was.
And younger teammates.
Yeah, so I've had a team that felt like this for the 2017 trials. But this feels similar. So I don't take it for granted because it took a long time to find this setup again, and it feels like we have it. So who knows how, don't want to take that for granted. You might not have that if you keep going. You might not have that next time around, and who knows? A lot of things can change after the season.
What does have to happen at the end of the rainbow here to make everything work for you in late November? I mean, there's no magic elixir, obviously, but is there that one thing that you guys know you need to do that has to work for you? I
mean, we have put it together at times, so it's not a mystery for us. Regina Briar, we definitely had everything kind of going for us. At times last season we just had a little bit of a slip up in the Kelowna Briar, so it's not a mystery for us. We've got a very good idea what it's going to take to win, and we're very, very capable of doing that.
Sometimes you feel like as you get older you have a responsibility to teach the younger guys how to make it work for future generations.
Yeah, and we've played a practice game or two against Kleider, which would be in our neck of the woods, and we make sure we beat them, because you gotta keep them earning it. But they're another great team coming up, and they're in the trials, so we definitely don't take any game against them for granted. It's coming that stage in the career, right? That you want to get, want to see the Canadian curling strong, and we got to develop a lot of young players to do that, because there's going to be some old guys, whether it's now or in a few years, there's going to be a lot of us that are kind of ending our careers.
Brad now, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he won't be the only one. I'm sure there'll be more. I just don't know how many more. But there might be some of us stick it out for another quad. We'll see.
You're not letting on yet?
No. I mean,
let's see what happens this year.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's make sure I stay healthy and see if these young guys that I curl with or whatnot want me around. So.
You changed up your lineup at the end of last season. What prompted the change, and how has it strengthened your team going into this season?
Yeah, we made a big change, and it's been really exciting for us to have a little bit of different energy, something to focus on, and for me, just kind of going back to my roots is sweeping, and it's just something that we thought would help us try and break through to that next level. We've been a little bit disappointed with our results over the last few years, but we feel like we've been close and have been working really hard, so we're just hoping that this little switch can help us going forward.
Making that big change that you did, were you concerned that it was too close to what is happening this month and next month in terms of the lead up to the Olympics? I mean, was it ever one of those? I mean, we've seen it before happen, like the whole John Morris thing at the Briar, right, or mid-Briar. But I mean, were you concerned about where that might take you?
No, I think it'd be more so if we continued to do the same thing and hope for different results, right? So for us, it's exciting. I love a new challenge, and I think it's just how you approach it and what your perspective is. So I'm not concerned at all. We had all summer on the ice training and feel really good sweeping out there.
That's like insanity, right? I think that's the definition of insanity, what you said there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're confident in how that's worked for you. And you did, like you said, you had a lot of time in the summer, throughout the summer. So is it, do you think it's manifested in the way that you thought it would?
Honestly, we just try and learn something new each game, try and figure out what's working, what's not, and just keep building. And we're really excited with the potential of adding Marcel to our team as well. We have learned so much from him, and we just want to keep building, and hopefully we can find a few wins out there.
Where do you feel your guys' game is right now, as we stand 7 weeks away from the trials?
I feel like we're in a great spot. We are continuing to learn and build, and we've had a really good start to the season, playing quite a few events early on, which has given us the start that we need.
You guys all have, strong resumes, so I mean, it's there for you, right?
Yeah, we've been around for a while. I mean, talking to some of the fans, they're like, "I've been watching you forever," so it makes me feel a little bit old, but everyone has been playing this game for so long, and we just want to be able to support each other, and we want to win for each other, and that's the biggest thing. We're a team in every aspect of that, and for me, it doesn't matter win or lose. We're laying it all on the ice, and hopefully at the end of the day, we can try and find ourselves in the win column.
And you mentioned that you played a bunch of events this season. How does this event rank on your whole calendar of events? What does this event mean to you?
It's huge to be able to get on the arena ice playing 10 ends before the trials. I think a time management thing, it's a test for that, and so any chance we can get to play on Curling Canada ice and the rocks that we're going to be using later on, it's huge for us.
Well, you had your hands full today.
Yeah. It was a struggle out there trying to figure out the ice, and I got fooled on a bunch of lines, and just got to take the opportunity and learn from it and move on. We found a way to pull out a win when it was, one of our roughest games this year, and those are going to happen, right? I think both teams found it challenging, and they made some great shots, and we made less. And kudos to them. They had us in the ropes there for a bit, and just got to come out stronger tomorrow.
You guys adjust well, though. I mean, obviously there's going to be times when you're going to be pushed, but obviously you guys know how to adjust.
Yeah, just barely, just enough. Definitely challenging out there, but we kind of just stuck together and kept trying to make the next one.
What does it mean? I mean, you've won a lot of events, especially the last few years. Is it get old to win even this game? I mean, does it?
No, not at all. We're just super grateful that we're able to do what we do. Go out and perform on a stage and entertain so many Canadians, and always give it our all out there. We never take advantage of at any game that we're out there. We're always trying our best, and always in every game. We're all super competitive. We all have goals, and nothing ever gets old.
Well, what would it mean to win this one, especially after winning last week? I mean, that puts you in a confidence level that I mean, obviously you guys have had that over the years, but at the beginning of a year, an important year, gives you a lot of confidence, I imagine.
Yeah, for sure. And I think battles like that we just had, we just grow from them, and it's a tough event to win when it's single elimination pretty much, but we're going to go out and try our best, and if we can be in the final in a week, we'd be ecstatic.
Masters last week, that went well for you. What does it mean to be in the same realm as legend Kevin Martin?
Yeah, pretty cool. Never really thought about it, and never thought that you could achieve what he's achieved over so many years, and winning everything. It's cool to be in the same conversation as him.
That win, what's happening this week, how much does that set up for later in the year, later in the month, later next month, I guess, is probably the obvious.
Yeah, I think, we won, awesome. It's unbelievable feeling to win a slam in international competition, but you got to move on and keep trying to get better the next event. Our goal is trials, not the Masters. So every event we're in, we're trying to win, but then just got to keep moving on, because everyone else is trying to fight for that number one spot. So yeah.
PointsBet isn't above the trials or the Masters?
Well, I think everybody has like one goal this season, and then everything else is just getting ready for that. So I think all events are equally important.
Beautiful. Good way to start things off.
Yeah, I mean, we always seem to, obviously there's a lot of history with me and a couple teammates on that team. We've had a lot of success, but whenever we play, we always seem to have close games, and this game was no different, and yeah, it feels good to win it. Obviously, they're having a great year, and defending champs, Canadian champs, so it's a good start for us.
What is it coming into this year? What do you hope to accomplish? I mean, the obvious is the obvious, but you've got to get there. Do you feel like you can get there in a fast way, given maybe the trials you had last year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard, obviously. I mean, there's so many good teams here, but we had a terrible year last year, and the start of this year has been really good. So it gives us a lot of confidence. We just got to keep kind of trending, and the trials is a funny event. It comes down to obviously who's playing best, but it comes down to a lot of breaks, and I've been fortunate to play in a lot, so I'm very encouraged by kind of how our team has been going. We're just making a lot more shots, and we're in every game, and it's a good feeling.
I feel like I can ask you this because I'm a little older than you, but a year like last year, if it wasn't an Olympic year this year, would there be some decisions to make hard for yourself?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I still have confidence in myself and my team, and you can't be awesome every year. So I mean, sometimes there's something to be said for not having a great year and hopefully thinking, well, that can't happen again. Hopefully, but so I mean, I've been at this so long that I know you just can't have great years every year. It comes down to a lot of breaks, and your skip has to make a lot of big shots to win, and you need the other skip to miss shots. So to come into this year having not had a great year last year doesn't actually worry me at all. And we've been working really hard, and I think so far the results have shown it.
Yeah, that said, your teammates have, you're with them, they're playing well, you feel like you're playing well. So where does this team kind of rank in your career as to what it can do?
Yeah, I mean, that's hard. It's obviously the best team I've ever played on, ask Tyler. Like I said, I mean, I've been fortunate to play with so many good curlers, and this team is no different. And like I said, it comes down to a few shots, few breaks, and it goes without saying that you got to play good. And I think we're trending good, and we just beat a great team, and we've had this is only the third event. We've had two good weekends to start, and I mean, we just need to keep it going. But obviously, I think we all feel confident in each other as a team.
One more. Does it go without saying that Kevin Koe expects to be in Italy in 2026?
I mean, I'm a bit of a realist, so I don't think that's realistic, to be honest. I mean, but I do think we're coming into this season in a great position, in that I don't think people probably give us a lot of credit, or maybe we'll fly under the radar a bit, and which is probably fair, because obviously we didn't have a good year last year, like I said, but that can only last for so long, and get us in the mix at the trials. I like our chances.
Rise up, right?
Yep.
Well, and to that degree, you have been in so many trials, and you're given the position that you're coming in. How are you taking the approach to this year's trials?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really thought about them too much. I just we're going to change kind of how we approach, or just our prep going into it. But I don't even know this is probably my fourth trials, maybe. And I've lost a couple semis, obviously won one, so I've been in the mix, and I just want our team to keep just playing well and having confidence in each other, and beating some good teams, and so far we've been able to do that. And I mean, it's a little bit of night and day versus last year, but we still got a ways to go.
You probably already answered, I think you did, but ask Mike, you know, as you get older, the Olympic trials become something that become maybe a little more pressured because you don't know when the end of the road is going to be, or you might know already.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably my last one. I mean, I'm never going to come out and say I'm quitting whenever. I'm not. That's just not I'll just sneak off into the sunset without telling anyone, which is just more my personality. So, I mean, I'm approaching it like it's my last one, and obviously we want to put a good run, and like I said, I'm very encouraged with the start to our season.